people should.
Now, as we leave, your
We want to live, Nigerians. First, an understanding of your country will give you a lot of peace. People die of heart attack because of the commentaries in the media. Budget padding is here to stay. But if we want to stop it, we all must be collective to say constituency projects should be abolished. Because it's a high gateway of corruption, of money that will flow into wrong hands. Because it's like handing over 500 billion or 200 billion to an individual to determine the people that will do the project. Naturally, even the most pious man could be tempted. So that is a problem you have caused for yourself. Secondly, we need to know that our legislators, they do not print money. They are just ordinary people like you who represent you. Even an ordinary teacher can be a representative of your place. Because he's elected into office does not make him a money bag. Those monies he give you, they are part of those parties that you are crying of. So beware. Go and advocate for a better country. Don't be eating and be crying at the same time, because the money he's giving you is part of the money he padded your budget with.
Good one.
Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Mr. Katuba. I hope when you get there, you say your friends are there already. I'm sure you also aspire. You say people who have not started, people who are not enjoying the process of corruption now are also eyeing.
They're aspiring.
They're aspiring to enter there.
One of my friends is a doctor in the university. He criticized them a lot, and I said, when you get there, well, I will eat my own. Ah! I was shocked.
He will.
He said, I will take my own. He will just told me the truth.
He was only being truthful. Yeah. All right, thank you very much for your time and your thoughts on it.
Thank you very much.
so much.
For the privilege.
All right, so that's our program today. But before we leave, I'd like to say congratulations to the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, especially for the Onje Eko initiative. It started on Sunday, and people took advantage of it, and so many families, I'm sure, are feeding better now because of that initiative. Also, we'll go on to showcasing another aspect of the development in Lagos State in this package that you'll be watching right now. We'll see you again next week. I am Chumoke Michael.
And I'm Banji Busari. See you. Bye-bye.
Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu held an interactive session with student leaders where he announced an increment in scholarship and bursary for students of Lagos State origin in tertiary institutions. The event, which held at the Adeyemi Bero Hall, Alausa, was attended by members of the State Cabinet, stakeholders in the tertiary education sector, and delegates from 13 public tertiary institutions in Lagos State, which included Lagos State University, University of Lagos, Lagos State University of Science and Technology, Lagos State University of Education, and Yaba College of Technology, amongst others. The interactive session between Mr. Governor and student union leaders and stakeholders in Lagos State was organized by the Ministry of Tertiary Education with the theme, Students as Strategic Partners in the Governance Process, Challenges and Prospects for Youth Development. In commemorating the event, the Lagos State Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Mr. Tolani Sule, commended Governor Sanwo-Olu for his support, assuring that the ministry will sustain the legacy of excellence as it continues to dialogue and engage students and management of tertiary institutions, as well as stakeholders in its bid to foster an atmosphere of peace.
Demonstration of your administration's commitment to quality tertiary education and youth development. We are indeed very grateful, sir. A stakeholders' engagement like this becomes necessary in view of the noble role that our youth have to play in our development agenda. It is gratifying to note that the Lagos State government has continued to sustain the tempo of excellence in our tertiary education. Students and staff welfare have remained top priority of the state government, while various infrastructural development projects are either completed or ongoing across our campuses. To be tending over the state tertiary education, I want to assure Mr. Governor of our commitment to efficient implementation of policies for greater growth and accelerated development. We will continue to sustain the legacy of excellence in all our institutions, while our ministry will continue to dialogue and collaborate with students and management of our various institutions so that the current atmosphere of peace can be well sustained.
Also speaking, the guest speaker and immediate past Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, Professor Olanrewaju Fagbon, commended the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration for its constructive engagement, dialogue, collaborative problem-solving techniques, and consultation with students.
I will say that today's event is a legacy event. Legacy event in the sense that it is the very first time that we see an administration bringing together all students of tertiary institutions in Lagos State for a conversation of this nature. And I will say that Mr. Governor is not a man of history. He's a man that has continuously been defying history in different ways. What he has done today, he himself and members of his administration may not realize it. It is something that they can build on to deepen the relationship between students of our tertiary institutions and the kind of relationship that they should have with the government and with the society. With this kind of program going on, you can be rest assured that there is no way mischief makers, who are so many in the system, will be able to hijack the students and use them for their own end. What students want to do at different times is for their voices to be heard, is to be involved in decision making. And that is the kind of platform that Mr. Governor has provided with this event. It is something commendable. It is something that I am so happy to identify with as a lead speaker, and it is something that we should continue to do. My charge to the youth is that they are the strength of this great nation. Nigeria is a country that is replete with human resources and material resources. If you have resources and you don't have the kind of potentials of youth who will deepen and develop it, you cannot achieve much. With the kind of youth that we have in this great country, with the kind of energy that they have, with the kind of intellect that they have, I think Nigeria is out for the best. And this is the kind of, I will urge them, they should not be daunted by the challenges that we have at the moment. Every country have their challenges. They are the people who will work together with every other person, and we will achieve greatness for this nation.
The panel of discussants said stakeholders in the tertiary education sector must work together with government to strengthen education in Lagos State. The session aimed to foster dialogue and understanding between the government and the student community.
For the last 7 weeks, that there has been no power supply, both to the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital and the College of Medicine. And this has really paralyzed activities. It has affected the daily life of medical students. Study hours have been seriously reduced. And now, because of this opportunity we have, we believe that you help us look into that. So our friends at the Lagos State College of Health Technology want to advocate for you to also consider transforming the College of Health Technology into a more standardized University of Health Services. And for our friends at the Lagos State College of Nursing, as the only College of Nursing under the Lagos State government, they are requesting for more visibility for their activities to help them. And at the College of Medicine, because professional bodies like the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria have recently increased the quota for medicine and other allied health courses, Mr. Governor, the carrying capacity of the hostel accommodation that we have at this time has gotten to the limit, and as more people come for their studies in medicine and surgery, they have to seek external accommodation, and all the neighboring communities in Ikeja are quite expensive. So, Mr. Governor, these are the issues before you, Thank you very much for your investment so far in medical training, and we appreciate you for everything you've done so far for students in this state. We want to urge you to please keep the good work going. You've been doing it and you're not just focusing on the tertiary institutions only. I can attest to the fact that before now, even the primary sectors are benefiting so well from what you're doing in education sector. Before now, I know of a secondary school in Mushi that has been abandoned over some years. It's a community senior secondary school. And ever since you came on board, you've ensured that that school is now something they need to work on. And as I speak with you, Mr. Governor, they are currently working on that. I've been an advocate for that, and that is something I can testify that you're doing. Bringing it back to the tertiary institution. I can also attest to the fact that some years back, you gave institutions in Lagos State a van, like a transportation scheme you organized, and you gave us a van just to ensure that we move with ease. Mr. Governor, we are also asking you that you can do more for us this year, and we hope that you assist us do more. Also, Mr. Governor, on behalf of the students in Lagos State, we are asking that some of us who are currently studying in institutions such as Yabatech, we know it's a federal institution, however, here in Lagos State, Mr. Governor, we are asking that you please come assist us in any way you can assist. Also, these institutions, yes, might not be a state-owned institution, but they are right here and they are the pride. They are also one of the pride of Lagos State. We represent Lagos State wherever we find ourselves. So we are using this opportunity to seek your support in any way you can. We know we find ourselves in a hard time, though we believe that the face will come and it will go. Thank you so much for all the good things you've done.
In an interview with a cross-section of students, they bared their minds about the scholarship scheme and education in Lagos State.
This is an opportunity for young people who are in Lagos to learn a part of government, to listen to what the government has for them in stock. Mr. Governor, in his goodwill, has done so much in the youth space by setting records that in the whole of the country, it is only in Lagos that we have 3 higher institutions that is government-owned, run by the government, on account that he wants young people from Lagos to be educated and then for them to be future leaders.
Is the way to go. The governor is concerned about the youth. And if you look at it, the youth is the bedrock of any nation, especially in this trying time. It is imperative that he converses with major stakeholders, and the student constituency is one of them, and I appreciate the governor for this gesture. I charge to the youth and students of Nigeria, especially Lagos State, that we should keep believing in this nation. This time shall pass, and it is only us. Nobody will come and deliver Nigeria. It is Nigerians, it is we, the youth, that we are a larger percentage of this country, that will do what, that will reposition and take back this country to where she belongs.
Applaud the leadership of His Excellency Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for deeming it fit to call on the student leaders, the students in Lagos State, to engage them and get a possible way forward. So we really appreciate his efforts. Presenting our programs for this year, we present it to him as the governor, and we want him to admit some of the program, if possible, inculcate it in the program of the state government. We believe this thing should be something we do on a regular basis. It is not something we just do once and forget about it. We should always have time to, as the governor, you should always have time to engage student leaders across the state. Issue of protest. You know, some people feel like, okay, the student constituency are the #1 person that's engaged in protest. But like I do tell people, we have gone past the era of protest. Now it is time for participation. So we are participating in the government. So there is nothing they do in the government that we don't know about. So we see no reason to protest.
Speaking on the importance of interactive session, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the meeting is apt because of the trending events in our states and Nigeria. It's a confidence-building process between the government and the governed. It's an opportunity for students and other stakeholders to vent their feelings, opinions, and suggestions on how to overcome challenges confronting our collective existence as a people.
An opportunity for students and for other stakeholders, for us to vent our feelings, for us to hear ourselves, for us to pick suggestions on how well we can both confront our challenges and have a collective solutions as a people. You know we have a team's agenda, or a Teams Plus agenda as a government. And in that Teams Plus agenda, youth, student engagement, gender equality is a critical component of it. So it's not just to chance, it's because we've thought about it, we've reflected, and we realize you are an important stakeholder in the governance and the government of Lagos State. We've recorded some little successes over the years in some of the programs that we've rolled out. The Job Initiative Lagos, the Corporate Skills Training, Incubation Team Building, and Employment and Employability Matching are some of the various areas in which we have attempted to interact and to engage you. And I know that several hundreds of thousands of students in one form or the other have benefited from this program over the last couple of years. A co-digital skill is another one, which we have taken even to the primary and secondary school level. We are training teachers, we're creating an environment where indeed that your future will be secured. We're upgrading libraries, we're building more schools, we're building more classrooms, we're ensuring that the future of our pupils, of our students, of the generation coming behind us is secure. We're ensuring that we're creating a space, you as leaders of tomorrow, that we can continue to have a meaningful engagement with us, where we can listen to you, understand your issues, understand what you want us to do to make that future that you so want meaningful and be realizable. We must ensure that in some way or the other, we carry along interventions, skill development programs, and all of it, and that we have a space to take you up on it. That also has been well received, and we'll see what we can do about it. And to the student leaders, the finance chairman came up, and I like that name, Safe Lagos. That there's a plan to ensure that through you, through our engagement, we'll continue to make Lagos safe for all its citizens, for all the people that live in the state. That you will not allow yourself to be used in any form as an instrument against the constituted authority. That is an initiative that we'll work with you on, and we'll take it up and ensure that we can develop it further. Another new acronym, BSc, Beyond School Certificate. Certificate is a requirement by your parents, by your siblings, and everything, to what becomes of it afterwards. Government must be able to create that opportunity, that beyond the certificate, what skill, what entrepreneurial ability can we give to you? So that indeed you are not just waiting to be employed, you yourself are an employer of labor. You can think, you can innovate, and you can indeed, from day one, create a business ecosystem that can be enduring and be sustainable. So they've given me another proposal, and I want to assure you, I've seen it, that we'll work on that proposal and we'll give you the support to make it happen. Inter-campus student debate, I think it should be a program that the Ministry of Tertiary Education should sponsor. I agree with you, and Mr. Commissioner, is one of the things your students want you to take on. So that amongst yourself, inter-university, inter-campus debate, healthy conversation. Your leaders have said here that you need to not just puff, you need to have issues. You need to be able to engage yourself. Issue-based conversation.
The Lagos State government will also provide scholarships for physically challenged students of state-owned institutions. Both indigenes and non-indigenes will benefit from this scholarship scheme. The scholarship have equally been reviewed to 225,000 naira. This is done to relieve parents in the face of the hard economic situation.
There's another one that we've just thought of, which is a special scholarship for the poor and the vulnerable and the fiscally challenged. I've instructed both the Commissioner of Tertiary Education and the Head of Scholarship Board to identify indigent and especially fiscally challenged students, and we'll be issuing out scholarship to all of them. This is not only peculiar to Lagos State indigenous alone. We'll ensure that we'll extend it to students that are non-indigenous of Lagos State. On a final note, as your daddy, I'm going to, from 2024, increase your bursary to 60,000 and your scholarship to 225,000 with immediate effect. We believe there is a modest that we can do to ensure that the current economic hardship that we talk about, the pressure on your parents, the individual challenges that you have, government can immediately begin to provide succor. Today, I have listened very carefully to the great lecture that Professor Fabun has given to us on strategies of how students can partner with government and the challenges that we have and how we can turn those challenges into opportunities. He mentioned to us that there are three critical verticals. Government has a role to play, university management has a role to play, and you, the students, have a role to play. It's only when the three of us work collaboratively and engage ourselves on a continuous basis, appreciating and knowing fully well that all of us have our individual roles to play, understanding and appreciating that no one hand can solve it, that we can develop an ecosystem that will ensure that indeed we are creating a student, university, government relationship that will be next to none. I want to commit and say that that engagement will strive to continue to keep it.
Mr. Abdulrahman Lekki, the Executive Secretary of the Lagos State Scholarship Board, in an exclusive interview, lauded the Governor's Bursary Awards, advised the awardees, and gave a goodwill message to Lagosians.
It was a very good gesture from the governor. The governor announced an increment in the bursary and scholarship. He increased the bursary from 50,000 naira to 60,000 naira. He also increased the scholarship from 200,000 naira to 225,000 naira. Not only that, he did not only just increase scholarship on bursary, his governor also announced the introduction of a new category of scholarship called the Special Scholarship for Inclusion. The Special Scholarship for Inclusion are in two categories. One, the Special Scholarship for the very poor and vulnerable, and also the Special Scholarship for people living with disabilities. The scholarship is tenable in all tertiary institutions owned by Lagos State, and it is for indigents and non-indigent of Lagos State. So anyone who resides in Lagos State can benefit from that scholarship if you fall into those two categories. And it is in line with the mandate of Mr. Governor, the Teams Plus agenda. You know, the Teams Plus agenda is more of an inclusion project, and this is a furtherance of that. And it's also in recognition of the times that we are in now, so that the good people of Lagos State can find succor in government and governance generally. My advice to the beneficiaries is that they should take this gesture. They said to whom much is given, a lot much more is expected. They should take this as a very good gesture, and it should be an opportunity for them to improve on their studies and become better for it. And also they should have one very, very strong resolve to pay it forward. If we decide to pay it forward, the world will become a better place for us all. Yeah, my personal goodwill message to the students in Lagos and also the good people of Lagos State is that times are hard, truly. But of course, Lagosians as we are very, very resilient people. With our resilience, with our patience, and with our drive, and I'm sure we can overcome this, and Lagos will definitely come out stronger. Will be better for it.
The governor announced the appointment of 4 former student union leaders as a senior special assistants. The appointed SSAs are Eniola Opeyemi, Kayode Samuel, Giwa Moore, and Adeola Adewumi.